Good morning and welcome to the Daily Light Devotion. I hope all of you have had a wonderful Thursday and looking forward to today, that is the 16th of January. And today we're going to look at seeing Jesus through Genesis chapter 38, 39, 40. And we will continue tomorrow with the New Testament, Matthew, Matthew 12. We're going to look at tomorrow. We looked at Matthew 11, we finished. So and continue with Genesis, the further chapters after 40. These three chapters, we see that when you read them, you may feel a little confused first. Genesis 38 seems like a pause in Joseph's story. 39 and 40 take Joseph deeper into suffering. Yet together, when we bring these chapters, it reveals a powerful truth. God's plan continues, even though failures, injustice, and silence is there. And in Joseph's journey, we clearly see Jesus, right? Chapter 38, Genesis 38 tells us it's difficult. It's a difficult story of Judah and Tamar, right? It is a messy, sinful, and uncomfortable, yet it is not wasted. From the broken story comes Judah's line, and the line through which Jesus is born in the future, right? And Jesus enters human history through imperfect people. The Son of Man came to seek and save the lost. In Luke 19:10, he says that. So God's grace is greater than human failure. We need to understand that, and it has to be a revelation in our lives, right? Genesis 39, Joseph is taken to Egypt and he becomes a servant. The Bible repeats one key phrase: the Lord was with Joseph and he was a prosperous man. 39, 1 and 2, right? And Joseph is faithful, so he's in his success. He's faithful in his. He's faithful when he's tempted. He's faithful even when there is false accusation, right? Jesus was faithful and still, is faithful till today, right? Though he was falsely accused when he was during his journey here, he committed no sin, and yet he suffered. First Peter 2:22 and 23 say that. So the obedience does not always prevent suffering, but God's presence never leaves, right, through the challenges that one suffers. And that's what we get to know in Genesis chapter 39. 40, in prison, we know that Joseph was falsely accused of trying to commit a sin and commit adultery, or for him fornication with Potiphar's wife when she wanted him. Yet, Potiphar, who was the chief prosecutor, put him in jail, did not, send him to the gallows. That shows that, Joseph, he did not want to commit sin, but God's hand was on Joseph, because anybody else whose hand, God's hand was not on them, they would have definitely been executed, because he was the main decision maker after Pharaoh, during that time, Potiphar. So we see that, and in Genesis 40, we see in prison, Joseph serves others and interprets dream, and he serves with a great heart. You know, he's joyous, he's laughing, he's enjoying while serving. 2 full years pass in silence when he, reveals the dream to the cupbearer and the baker. And he tells him, why you sad in jail? So Joseph was happy because he had the Lord with him. He had a relationship with God. It didn't matter to him where he was. And that's a great learning for each one of us. Doesn't matter where we are in our journey. When we have Jesus with us, we can have joy and we can rejoice in Christ always. So Jesus served faithfully and was rejected, right? Mark chapter 14 verse 50 says, they all deserted him and fled. So delay does not mean denial. We need to understand that. God's hand is in every chapter, right? Joseph moves from the pit to slavery, slavery to the prison. We see in his journey, right? Actually, he started being the most beloved son to the pit, rejected by his brothers, betrayed by his brothers, to slavery, from slavery again betrayed to prison, right? But every step is positioning him for God's purpose. And Jesus' path went from rejection, suffering, to the cross and to glory. So God exalted him to a higher place, Philippians 2:9. And what looks like a setback is often preparation. God works through broken people. God is present in hidden places. Faithfulness matters even when unseen, and delay does not cancel destiny. Jesus understands unjust suffering, right? Genesis 38 to 40 reminds us God's story is never off track. And even when life feels unfair, silent, and confusing, Jesus is still writing our story. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Have a wonderful Friday, and we'll continue tomorrow with the further chapters, seeing Jesus through both the Old and New Testament and his walk. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.